Okay, so now we're going to talk about event dispatchers and delegates. Okay, so they call it event dispatchers in blueprints and delegates in C++. Here's the website, the documentation. I'll link it in the comments on the description. Here, depends if you want to do blueprints, you click here, C++, here. All right, so this is for your reading. I'm not going to read it, obviously. Let's make this video short. All right, so what is an event dispatcher? A good real-world example would be your phone asking if you want to get notified for something. Let's say a new YouTube video or an app giving out a discount, right? If you select yes, you're now subscribed to this event, and something will happen in your phone when said event happen. Same thing in Unreal. An actor, let's say an enemy, dies. We create an event dispatcher that broadcasts to everyone subscribed to it that the enemy died. So this is actually the example we're going to implement here today. So let's get to it. Okay, to get started, since we're going to do some enemy stuff, so we'll just create an enemy. A basic enemy, just blueprint class, character type. We'll call it the NPCA enemy, NPC character. Okay. And then mesh, wool maker, Quinn. And then again, -88, -90. And we give her an animation. You use Mandy because it's a child. Okay. And we're not going to make a move or anything, so that's for another time. So we made the enemy. All right. Okay, so now we're going to go to the event graph. And we're going to override the event destroy. So when it dies, it has to get destroyed, right? So that's when we're going to call our event. And over here, event dispatcher, we plus it, and we call it on death. And that's pretty much it. Okay. So on death, we're going to pull this, and we're going to call it. All right. And that's all you have to do. But this does nothing if people aren't subscribed to it, right? So you have to be subscribed to this event to get a notification. So let's create a little spawner. Okay. So we'll make a new folder just called blueprints. And an actor called enemy spawner. Okay. And that's it for that. Okay. So on begin play, we are going to make a for loop. Not a for each loop, a for loop. Okay. And promote this variable to last index. That's how many enemies we're going to spawn. So we're going to say 5. And every time, spawn actor, spawn class. And we find our class. So we call it NPC something. NPC character. Spawn transform. So to get the spawn transform, we're going to split the struct. And then we're going to get a point. So we're going to put this actor here. We're going to get a point randomly around the actor. But to get this point, we need to put a nav mission. Okay, so nav, wait, gotta search nav mesh bound volumes. There you go. Let's make it bigger. And if you press P, it will show your nav mesh. All right. Okay, so we have our nav mesh. And now we can actually find a spot inside that nav mesh to spawn our enemy. Okay, so now we're gonna do get random reachable point and radius. Right? Takes the nav data, but it'll just take whatever nav data is around. Then the origin, we're gonna do get actor location. So wherever this actor is the origin. And the radius is gonna be whatever you want to set it to. We'll do with 500. And then you plug that. Well, you want to be correct. So if we find the point, right, we put it in. After the enemy gets spawned, now we're gonna have to subscribe this actor to the event dispatcher that we made on death, right? So we pull from the actor that's getting created and type on death, and they do bind on death event. And you see it needs to get attached to an event. So you can do it like this and attach it, but I like create an event, and then create matching function or event. So I'm gonna create a matching event. Yeah, so it shows up here. On NPC deaths. Okay. So whenever this NPC dies, this event's gonna get called. So this is a loop, so it's gonna do it for every character that we spawn, and they're all getting subscribed to this function, right? On complete, we're just gonna type in print string done spawning or something. You don't have to do anything here. It's just debugging purposes. Okay. But what are we gonna do when the character dies, right? So we're actually gonna make a counter, all right? Simple counter. Enemies killed. Then we're gonna change it to integer. And we're just gonna do increment int. No, I'll let you see that. We're gonna add 1, and then we're gonna set enemies killed again. Okay, so every time an enemy dies, we're gonna up our counter. And for debugging purposes, so instead of doing a whole widget, we're just gonna, on event tick, we're gonna call print text, and then we're gonna format our text. And we're gonna do number of enemies killed, and then number. And as you can see, we can just plug in the number right there. Enemies killed to that, and then there. We remove to log because we don't want to do that. And we print it every tick for the duration of a tick, right? So we don't get duplicate prints. Okay. But now we have to get a way to kill him, right? So we're just gonna go to our character. It's a simple way to kill something. It's so we go to the event, keyboard, right? So on keyword event, we're gonna press 1. We're gonna get all actors of class. Then we're gonna find NPC class. We're gonna, so this is the array of all the actors I found that we're gonna get. And here, random. Here, we also have to get the length to plug into the max. It's -1. -1 because this returns how many there is, but arrays are start at 0, so you need to -1 it. And we have to check empty. If it's not empty, we're going to do this. All right. And then destroy it. So destroy, we're just killing it. Okay, so when we press 1, it's going to find all the NPC characters. If we found something, it's going to get a random one from the array, and it's going to destroy it. And after it destroys it, we should call this bound event that we found. Yeah, bound event that we found. Gonna up the thing, and it's gonna there our tick. Let's see if it works. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. Okay, so here you go. Okay, so there you go. We're in the call event destroyed. We're in the call the delegate or the event dispatcher, and then we're gonna let the parent do its destroying. So if we destroy the actor before delegate gets called, nothing's gonna happen because it doesn't exist. So one more thing we have to do is go to the enemy spawner and in collision handling override. We want to always spawn and ignore collisions. So if they try to spawn on top of each other, just ignore it and spawn on top of each other. We don't care. And we also have to offset this location by the half height of the character, because if we do it right now, they're spawning inside the mesh because their pivot point is in the middle of their body, right? So we're gonna do a plus, and then on Z we're gonna do 88. And there they go. All right, now we can test it. So as you can see at the top left, number of enemies killed 0. When we kill it, 1, kill it again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as you can see, it's getting called. We can breakpoint it. So can't breakpoint that, sorry. We can breakpoint it. And then as soon as we kill one, boom, it goes here. Enemy skill 0 plus 1. Then we add it. There you go. And that's it. So that is the basics of a event dispatcher. All right. Future videos, we're gonna do actual uses of it. Like I mean, this is an actual use, but more complex uses. All right. See you later.